what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Lineage Break, Grand Archive TCG podcast. I am your host, Cam. With me, as always, is Steven the Glooman. Hello, Steven.
Hello, Cameron. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well.
Yeah.
We're back. Dinosaurs story.
Every time it's still as good.
Yeah.
It's the first one.
Follow me around with a clipboard. That sounds great. Surely it pays better than the minimum wage that I make now. Welcome back to the show. We were gone for a week. I'm sorry. I was tired. I wasn't feeling well. But we're back. A little. Listen, there's several.
The year of Gluey. I like that.
It is the year of Gluey. Stephen, every year is the year of Gluey.
Yeah.
And you should remember that.
I'm going to.
It's the year of Gluey. And speaking of the year of Gluey, today we're going to talk about some New Year's resolutions. We're going to talk about our Grand Archive year in review, as it is now January 3rd that we are recording this, and it's been one whole year.
At a year, it has been
of some Grand Archive gaming. But we're back after our short hiatus. There's so many other companies, that take weeks and weeks off for the holidays, and podcasts get put on, the back burner. But
definite hiatus.
We wouldn't do that to you.
No.
We're here.
We took 1 week off, and we're right back at it.
We're right back at it with the white fans, Damn Daniel. Is that guy dead? I heard that
probably.
The Damn Daniel guy died. Can anybody fact check that for me? Did the Damn Daniel guy die? No. Yeah.
There was some. Speaking of, is that guy dead? A Facebook campaign trying to convince everyone that Terry Crews died.
No,
but that guy's not dead.
We love Terry Crews. What a good doober. All right. I was gonna pull that up. It's a good idea. So, Steven, how you doing? How was your New Year's? How was your holidays? All that.
Been good. Spent time with some family.
Yeah.
Took some personal time.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
It's good. I'm glad. It's been a good start to the year, I think.
Yeah.
I've been pleasantly surprised with it not being cold outside.
Yeah. It was great when it was 60 degrees on the first.
Global warming, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, it goes hard.
It goes crazy. Means that we don't have to dress appropriately for Massachusetts weather.
Yeah, I every time I walk outside, I'm wrong. And that's tough. So now I just keep my winter coat in the car and I just wear a sweatshirt.
So what do you want to do first, Steve? You want to talk about Grand Archive a little bit?
Yeah.
About our year in Grand Archive.
Yeah.
We were talking before the show with one Theodore in the chat that last year we did a sort of look back on the year in Grand Archive, and last year it was like sort of a year in Grand Archive. We started playing the game January
2022.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
But that was like pre-Kickstarter launch, and we didn't even really have cards, so it doesn't necessarily feel like the game was alive and well until like April is when Dawn of Ashes Altar launched. So this is the first time that we've had Grand Archive be officially alive for the entirety of the year, and also about this time last January is when Omnidex launched, and so organized play officially started about a year ago. So I think this is our first time that we have a whole complete year of Grand Archive. Something that I think we mentioned on the show, but it's a good time to mention now is, of course, Steve and I were around for day one of Omnidex launch, and we are 3-digit gamers. Not talented enough to be 2-digit gamers. Yeah, they save that for the Ascent winners, but we had pretty recently some people sign up for Omnidex, and they were in the 13,000s.
Whoa.
And that is, over the course of just 12 months, we've gone from 0 players signed up to around 13,000 people. I assume not all of those are active players, but I assume a fair amount of them are actively playing organized play. And of course, that doesn't count any sort of like kitchen table stuff and people that are just like playing the game casually. That's 13,000 people that have signed up for Omnidex to play, assumingly at some sort of local event. And I think that's a lot more rare than it is for something like Magic, right? Where, maybe you signed up for a DCI number to play in a pre-release one time, and that sort of inflates the numbers. But I would assume that most people that signed up for Omnidex have played some amount of organized Grand Archive.
Yeah, and that's awesome. I didn't realize we had gotten all the way up to 5 numbers. 5 digits now.
13,000 people, man. It goes crazy. And something that the Grand Archive account did, shout out to Jaden on their social media, just yesterday, gave us a bit of a recap about the Omnidex year of Grand Archive, which I think is pretty neat. So we can take a look at those slides real quick. Of course, we'll have our lovely editor put them in post, but you guys will just have to pretend that you're looking at them. So yeah, it has been 1 year on Omnidex. There's been 13,000 events completed, which is crazy. If there's 13,000 players, there's also been 13,000 events completed on Omnidex. That's like local events, store championships, regionals, ascents, all that good stuff. 13,000 of them, which is terrific. They also gave us our breakdown for top champions and top elements of 2024. Have you looked at these yet, Stephen?
I have not.
Who do you think our top champion of 2024 is? If you had to guess.
Merlin?
You know, that's a reasonable guess. And I thought maybe. I was like, well, surely the whole year hasn't been dominated by the slime stack. But in fact, the whole year has been dominated by the slime stack. Number 1 top champion of 2024 is Sylvie. Woo! I know you guys love Storm Slime. In second place is Lorraine. In third place is Tristan. Fourth place is Xander. Fifth place is Tenoris. It's like
Merlin's not even on this list.
Kind of strange. Yeah. Merlin not even on the list.
Yeah.
So all of you people like me that say she should be banned, she's not even good enough to make it into the top 5. So why bother? Yeah, a little bit odd though. Like Xander and Tenoris, I find a little strange.
Yeah.
I think Xander more than anything. At least like Tenoris had that like string of events where there was lots of like wind robots, Tony floating around. But like, what is this, like the Luxem meta? Like the ALC Luxem meta is like wholeheartedly
that's a lot of people
propping up Xander for the entirety of the year. And this is based on 621 Omnidex events with decklist enabled. So this is all your like store championships, your regionals, your bigger events is where we're getting this pool from. And on that same note, our top elements of 2024 puts basic elements, somewhat interesting, is fire in first place, wind in second place, water in third place. That I'm sure that we saw coming.
I'm assuming that number is also very skewed because fire was so heavily dominating in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And then had fallen off very quickly in the last like 3 months.
Yeah, I think surely now wind is the most played element.
Yeah, it's like wind, water, fire, I think.
For like a long time.
Yeah.
There was just fire decks everywhere. And then we do see the boogeyman taking up this portion of our top list as well. First place advanced element is Terra, but that is I think a bit of a misnomer.
Slime, right.
Yeah, that is referring to, of course, our beautiful slime Sylvie. In second place is Crux. So Marilyn didn't make her way onto the top champion list, but her element did. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think this counts sort of like how we count representation at Ascents and stuff. So this is not counting Sylvie playing Crux cards in her deck. This is counting just Crux champions.
Right.
So that would indeed be Merlin, maybe a little bit of Lorraine splashed in there. And then third place is Umbra, I think. Unfortunately, not in the hands of Diana, but most likely in the hands of Tristan.
I think it's probably both, right? Because it was a Diana meta in the beginning of the year.
Yeah, we had a little bit in there in that Xander time.
And then once Diana was done, then we got the Tristan meta. So it just kind of been like Umbra throughout the year.
Mm. But yeah, so I thought that was cute. Talk a little bit about what the Omnidex events look like. We've had what is it? Three sets that have come out this year as well. So it's been quite a few metas that we've made our way through. Diana did win a nationals, according to Mr. Theodore in the chat.
He did.
I don't remember which one, but one of them. I don't know.
It was.
Wasn't ours.
No, it was Lime.
Oh,
the
right.
SCA.
right. Different Southeast Asian nationals in the hands of
Australian native.
fabled Southeast Asian player, Limelight. True.
Oh God, that's so funny.
Yeah, it feels like that was decades ago that we were in that meta.
Yep.
And man, do I miss it. No slimes, just people living in the moment.
You're just getting killed by guns.
Just getting shot in the face repeatedly. So yeah, that's Grand Archive for 2024, and I'm sure moving into 2025 we'll have lots of new things to talk about. Maybe Terra will be on top once again once we get our new best champion in the game, Dao Chan, to come out in March. So enough about that Grand Archive game. That game, who cares?
Whoa.
Steven,
Cameron.
let's talk a little bit about ourselves and things that we want to reflect on in 2024. And the greatest thing that English culture has sort of become acclimated to is making New Year's resolutions to do in the new year that you surely drop by February at the latest. And so let's come up with some grandiose plans of things that we won't do, and we'll tell you guys that we can do it, and we'll do it live here on the internet so that you can point to this later and be like, what about that thing that you said you were going to do? And then I go,
Hey, I want to defend myself a little bit. My New Year's resolution last year,
I don't remember any of mine,
was to not bring meme decks to big events. And I did not. I just didn't play the game enough.
Oh, great.
Where playing a real
I
deck
didn't
mattered.
bring any decks to any events, in fact.
But
loophole, I see.
I think the big one, and we've already started behind the scenes, for me at least, is creating more independent content for the channel. So, me front.
me front.
Yeah. Me in front of the camera doing something for you to add extra stuff to the channel, which will be coming soon. Look forward to that within the next few weeks.
We're working on it. Yeah, I think that goes for both of us for sure. I think we want to do more for you guys. We do love doing the show, and sometimes it's hard for us to commit the time. Steve and I are both very busy. But there is some more things that we want to do, and so, yeah, Steve's been planning some solo stuff that he wants to bring to you. Of course, yeah, if you guys enjoyed Steve reading the lore for the holiday stream, make sure to tell him. Steve has not enough confidence in himself, so I need all of you to tell him how good of a job he's doing. But he's working on some stuff that we'll have coming out soon. I'm theoretically working on some stuff that I think will be much less concrete. Steve will do the things that he's saying that he's going to do, and I'll probably not. But I'm going to try to. We're going to try to do some more content for you guys, so that you have more things to watch that aren't just the podcast. Maybe I'll try to upload the podcast on time, at least a couple of times this year. That's cool. But yeah, so look forward to that. Yeah, we have some stuff in the pipe that will be coming soon. Maybe some stuff in the pipe that'll be coming later than soon. But things that we're working on for you guys for sure. On that same note, something that I talked about at the start of the show or before the show, but not on the show proper. If you guys are in the Massachusetts area, we do have Massachusetts Regionals coming up. That is on January 18th, so just a couple of weeks from now. So if you guys are in the area, we encourage you to come by. It'll be a great time. You can get your tickets now before they sell out. But something that I mentioned is that I'm really inspired by a lot of the events that the local community is running, or the Grand Archive community as a whole runs, from the gigantic events in Taiwan that are getting these 200 person regionals that feel much more like Ascents than they do feel like regionals, and then stuff on our side of the globe the Banish Zone in PA and JWW cards in Fargo, North Dakota.
I think so. I think so. I think I watched like a couple episodes of that Fargo show. I think it's North Dakota.
Oh, there you go. True. But yeah, I'm really inspired by a lot of the efforts that the Grand Archive community puts into running their events for you guys, for regionals and otherwise. And so I'd really like to put some more time into that. I feel like I never do enough planning for our regionals or for our store championships, and I'd like to be doing things beyond that as well. I think the game is growing at such a rate that there is probably room for some grassroots tournaments to be set up, sort of in between seasons, right? Like in the downtime when we don't have regionals to look forward to. I think it would be cool to run some bigger events for the community. So I'm going to be putting some effort into that, hopefully, to have you guys have some fun things to do. And I think I think something that Grand Archive really could benefit from. And we really do get that at the Ascent level, but not really anywhere else, is that regionals are cool, and it's a great reason to like come together as a somewhat local community, right, and get people to come out for a tournament. But I would love to get people to come out for something that like is a little bit more fun-oriented, a little bit more laid back and more of a community event than it is a cutthroat competitive event. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's very exciting to hear. I really only had the one.
Steven, the resolution's multiple. There's an S on the end.
Yeah, I know there's an S on the end.
I gave you all of that time to
yeah,
think
I know
about
you gave me all that time,
about,
but like literally, like
your brain just
smooth. I'm gonna put in the effort to the community to make content good again.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No.
Canceled.
Yeah, cancel me. But no, I really like the lore stuff. I want to continue doing that for you. Maybe instead of talking on the show proper, maybe make another segment for just lore outside of the channel, and then we can discuss lore on the show after whatever the video comes out.
So make sure to @ Belle on Twitter.
Right.
And tell her that we need more lore to talk about.
Yeah, we need more lore to talk about.
Yeah.
Lore when.
Right.
I do enjoy that aspect of it. I'm very much a story guy. So when the story is good, like it has been, I just want more and more and more, and I want to read it, I want to share it, I want to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, so much of a game like Grand Archive is that like character association, right? And it's such a game that's rooted in trying to identify with a character, and there's so many people, even people that are like pretty hyper competitive players that have a sort of like niche that they want to fill, or a hero that they want to play, and even though sometimes they can't and they have to play Sylvie instead, I know that a lot of people sort of gravitate in one direction. Yeah, for sure. Man, well, I'll just keep yapping.
This guy came prepared. I did not.
Oh, it's like things that we want to do, right? And we got a whole year ahead of us, and it's good to make lofty goals that I'll never accomplish. And I want to sound stupid, but I want to play Grand Archive more. I don't play a lot of Grand Archive, which is kind of funny. As I end up doing coverage for a lot of the events that we travel to, and not saying that I'm gonna stop that if I ever have the opportunity. I would much rather be doing coverage and playing the game, but I didn't do a lot of traveling to play the game at like the sort of local level last year, regional store championships and stuff. I think I played in like 2 regionals last year, and I've played maybe as many store championships. And those are like things that I can make time for. And so I would like to make time for those. Like right now I have quite literally 0 national qualifier cards for nationals, which I don't know, feels kind of bad. So I would like to put some more time into playing the game competitively, get those national qualifier points. And of course, like when I get the chance to play in an Ascent, I will. But obviously, those are usually on the back burner due to work, coverage, But I think now that in the year of our Lord 2025, Arisana is a good champion. I think that's not a crazy thing to say anymore. That has me feeling a lot more invigorated to play the game at a competitive level, and especially with Dao Chen coming out in March as well. I'm hopeful that I will have options for decks that I want to play that are competitively viable, and so I think that should sort of open doors for me to want to go out of my way and sort of rearrange my schedule so that I can make it out to regionals or store championships or whatever. I come back a lot to playing. I think it was an ALC regionals in Jersey. I was like playing Erupting, and I hate that deck, and that's not a deck for me. And I had a pretty bad time.
Yeah, that was the Curse regionals that everyone was like, everyone's going to be playing Luxem, so every single person was playing Fire Diana.
Fire Diana, yeah. That tournament was miserable. Shout out to Al, who's a judge for that event.
Yeah.
I'm super happy to be able to play a deck that I like, and I did get the opportunity during MRC regionals to play Arisana, and this was before Polaris came out. And even then, she was way more fun to play than she had ever been in the past. So I'm super excited to. Or was that post Polaris? I don't remember. Oh, it was post Polaris, but pre AMB. That's what it was. So Polaris was legal, but didn't have any 3 visits in my deck, and that card's insane. So yeah, I'm excited to play some more, and hopefully I will do some soon. I think we're gonna try to go to PA for the Banished Zone regionals that we mentioned a little bit earlier, as I think they put on a great show, and so I'd like to make it out for that. Do a little Arisana gaming.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna steal yours a little bit.
Nice.
Not so much as just playing the game more, but I would like to travel to the local events, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, and be more present in the community. Because I don't really have an excuse on why I don't go to these places other than the time commitment to drive to Pennsylvania, right? That's the only real thing stopping me from going, and I think that I need to get out of my own head about that and just go.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. Because the community supports us so much, we should go and support the community.
It's true. I was just this week I was talking to somebody in Cambridge that Pandemonium is starting Grand Archive this week, in fact.
Interesting.
Which I'll tell all of our locals. Obviously, you guys are not our locals, but I'm glad to see the games popping up in other different places.
Yeah, as long as they're not doing it on Fridays.
Right. So yeah, the game is growing, and there'll be more chances for us to play for sure. And so we're gonna do our best to get out there and play, win those invites.
Yeah.
I really want a backup charger.
I would like one. I don't think it's in my cards, but it looks really nice. I would like to not have to swap a backup charger in between my decks, and might as well try to win the nice one.
I would like to not look at my plebeian material deck that has a normal backup charger in it.
Full CSR line.
Yeah. So I gotta do my best to fix that, and if I don't, I'm gonna have to fucking buy one.
You also gotta do your best to win an Ascent. So
yeah, it's
no, just saying.
Well,
lucky for you, you play Fragmented.
Yeah, I play Fragmented Spirit in my deck. So the guy who stole the backup chargers got caught.
Good.
A news update for all of you that didn't hear about this. This was, I think, on the week that we were off. I forget which store it was. It was a store in SoCal.
Yeah, I believe it was one of the SoCal stores.
Had all of their backup chargers stolen. The box of 16 backup chargers was just picked up and walked off with out of the store. So glad that he got caught. That's super fucked up. And it's just
how do you even try to move that, right?
Well, surely you just can't. It's like that guy that stole all the stuff from Tyler, right? That we'll just never see again because they can never sell it anywhere because we'll know, right?
Right. Especially because the CUR stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that is all I have for resolution. So that was what? That's three whole resolutions, things that I'm gonna try to do.
Yeah.
Which I think is healthy.
That was 2.5.
Yeah. Well, long story short, we want to stay as enfranchised in the community as we have been. Like,
Right.
we keep the show pretty consistent, and of course, we thank you guys so much for watching the show. And we try to do it every week that we can. But the worst thing that you can do in any sort of goal, hobby-wise, career-wise, whatever, is become complacent, right? And so we're going to try to step out of our comfort zone, do some more stuff for you guys, so that, we don't just sit down and do this podcast every week and that's it that we do for Grand Archive, right? So definitely looking forward to 2025 and new things coming in the new year. We're, of course, very excited for all of the Grand Archive things as well. We're in a bit of a lull at the moment,
Right.
waiting for ALC Alter right around the corner, and then hopefully, Steve, we've got to imagine, right, that HVN spoiler season is
End of this month?
is swiftly approaching.
Mm-hmm.
HVN is due out on March 7th, and so usually we get spoiler season about a month ahead of time. So that should be like end of this month, beginning of February. So in the next couple of weeks, hopefully we'll have some new spoilers to talk about. Development team, I'm watching you. Feed us.
Something for you guys to get excited for. I know we mentioned it in the pre-show, but
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
I don't remember anything.
We are in
Where are we?
infant stages of producing more merch for you guys.
Oh, true. The Worlds merch. We will have merch at Worlds. That is sort of our plan, especially now that we know where Worlds is, and we will be there in Anaheim with you guys. But yeah, so the Worlds merch is in the pre-planning stages. We are maybe doing... we want to make some changes to how we did it last year. We do appreciate, of course, anybody that bought a playmat at Worlds last year. We're super proud of how that art came out. We are less super proud about how that product came out. We've been having some issues with those playmats fraying a little bit.
Right.
And so we want to do our due diligence and maybe upgrade our materials a little bit because, of course, we had Lucky Yuki do that amazing piece of work, and I hate to see it be put on a less than ideal piece of merch. So we'll be working on some new stuff, some new art, of course. We want to keep the merch that we do for Lineage Break pretty exclusive. Of course, that gorgeous Arizona art. We want to have all the people that supported us in the beginning sort of have access to that. So we won't be re-releasing that one, but we are working on some new stuff for Worlds. So stay tuned. You'll probably hear about it sooner rather than later, as the lead time on this one's probably a little bit longer than it was last time. So, so keep your eyes peeled for that as we work on that in the weeks to come. I would assume probably not until around HVN, but probably around HVN would be my assumption for when we're looking to reveal that to you guys.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. That's all I got, Steve.
Oh man, that's all you got.
I can only yap for so long.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of what else we have for this week. It's kind of we're coming off the new year. It's not much. If you're in Massachusetts tomorrow, our store championship is tomorrow.
Come win your. What is the card? What's the card for store championship? I don't even remember. Oh, it's Blazing Throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're some cringe Firezander player, come get your Blazing Throws or whatever. There's a boy on that card. You know that?
There's a boy on
Ridiculous.
that card. Wild.
Who even cares? You know what? No, I'm just kidding. This is very nice. So come get your Blazing Throw. Come get your No Arrow Will Stop My Conquest for Sao Sao's.
Yeah. I can say that even with the error in the text, the card's beautiful.
I'm I don't know. Maybe I'm biased. I think that is fantastic. It is in fact way better than if it was just the normal text. I love a misprint.
Yeah.
Oh man, gets me going. And that one is so just strange that happened that I'm a really big fan. So come get your promos. If you don't, I'm gonna eat all of them on stream. So. Don't make me do that. There's lots of metal in those foils, and you don't want to. You don't want to make it happen.
Great debate at the moment. Is Lubu going to be a champion or an ally? What do you think, chat? What do you think? Champion or ally?
No champions. Holding you to it, it's all paper, 100% edible. I don't believe you. That'll surely kill me. Lubu is paper, confirmed by the Grand Archive account.
Yeah, that's great.
No way she's a champion. That's my official statement. No way she's a champion. There's only the 2 champions in the set, and maybe the CUR is a champion as well. But I think it is more likely than not that the CUR is just like it was in AMB, and is just a CUR version of one of the champions we're getting already. And I ask you, Grand Archive weebs of the Shore developers, I love you so much, and you know that. Do me this solid, all right? And I'll make it as easy as possible for you, please. That either there's 2 options, right? Either A, don't make Dao Chen the CUR. I don't make enough money. Don't do that to me. Don't make me even have to consider purchasing one. Or B, make sure I open one. Then it's fine. I think that's a totally reasonable.
You know, I like did a lot of thinking, right?
But mostly A. Just don't do it.
We got Kong Ming.
Yeah.
In Mortal Ambitions.
Yeah. We get her sister.
No, we get
HVN.
Jin.
But he's not even in the set.
Yeah,
or we're gonna
yeah. It's just a CUR, right?
Dao Chen CR looks insane. I bet it does, man. We saw the I guess man, we're sort of all over the place. Hey, thanks for watching Lineage Break. We have seen the full art without the text on it, because we've seen the recollection images, right, that say this is the recollection deck. But we've seen the full art for Dao Chen and for Goja now. Because Dragon Shield, the leakers of the century, leaked the art for the sleeves that are coming out in the recollection decks. And dude, dear Lord, that Dao Chen art's so sick. It's got the wave of flowers that goes up the side. So yeah, I can't even imagine what that card looks like in CR. Woo, it's gonna look so good. Shout out to Penex, my king, who assumingly did that art. That's not officially announced yet, but come on. Very, very excited to get those CRs, and hopefully one of them is not serialized and cost me $3,000. If I just get to roll up to HVN season, I buy my set of CRs. They're like $600-$700 a piece. Just drop $2,000. We're done with it. That's fine. I don't want to have to drop $4,000 to be done with it. Come on. We got to go to Japan at the end of the year. Didn't you guys hear?
There's also another set.
I know, yeah.
Before then.
Jesus Christ. And that's going to be the new block. And
it's going to be Mirror World, just like you thought.
Yeah, it's going to be Mirror World for sure.
It's spooky ghost champion that is
super
have hot girl.
The Heartless Shadow Clone thing going on. Surely, without a doubt.
Surely it's going to hurt both of our bank accounts.
Yeah. All right, so that's all we have for the show, I think, this week. Next week, we will be doing our Mortal Ambition retrospective, talking about the set's effect on Grand Archive as a whole, the metagame, all those cool things, how we feel about the set after it having happened, because 7 days from today is when ALC Alter comes out. So if you guys are looking to pick up some Alter, make sure you go to your local game store, pick up your ALC Alter. If they are not selling Grand Archive, please encourage them to do so. And then, we have regionals in 2 weeks. So if you guys are in Massachusetts, make sure to hit us up. Get your tickets for Massachusetts regionals. Other than that, Steve, is that all we got?
Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for watching so much, guys. Again, Happy New Year. I hope this year brings you all the CSR luck
that we didn't get.
That we don't get, yeah. And I hope that you get your CUR. It'll be the one time that it's not Dao Chen, though. You'll get the CUR.
I don't want it. Give it to somebody else. I don't.
Boy.
I'm not trying to finagle for the monetary gain. All right. If it's not for me, send it to somebody else. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching us throughout the year. It means the world to us, of course. And we will be here every step of the way with you until the development team cancels us. So thank you guys for watching. We will see you next week.
Have a good one.
We'll be at PA Regionals. That's exciting. Thank you guys for watching. Ooh.